Hey, thanks for starting your day the KUAM way. This is Fit AF. It's Friday, so that's fitness and fun. We're here at Synergy Studios with Claire Calvo. Claire, how are you doing?
I'm doing excellent. Thanks for being here. How are you?
Good, good. And so much going on down here at Synergy in Hagatna, whatever your health and workout needs may be. But we have a big program coming up again. A lot of people have heard about it over the past decade and some change.
Yeah.
13 years now we're going on this 21-day detox. It's the 21-day holistic detox.
Right.
And so what do people need to know right off the bat?
Well, first of all, the 21-day detox started back in 2006. But there were a few years, maybe like 2009, 10, 11, 12, where we just condensed it to 10 days. But so many people have been asking for, I mean, it's great to try to condense it and, you know, it's shorter, but it truly takes 21 days minimum to start a habit or to break a habit. And so last year was the first, we went back to 21 days, and it had a lot to do with my health at the time. I've been, you know, for the most part healthy, and then last year I had some symptoms that brought my mind back to 18, 19 years ago when I first got ill, when I was sick. So it did a little bit more soul searching and realized that I needed to, not just for myself, but for other people who have been asking and requesting for the 21-day again. So we brought the 21-day detox back. And
when people hear that term detox, so what is it that they're getting themselves into?
Okay, so a detox, basically detox means when you rid the body of toxins. We allow our bodies to do their natural process of cleansing out metabolic waste and toxins that are in the organs and the tissues. Because you know, people are like, our bodies do it naturally on their own, but yeah, maybe like a century ago, when we weren't inundated with, you know, not just what we eat, what we drink, but what we breathe, what we bathe in. You know, we can't live in a bubble, so there's toxicity everywhere, and it's just giving our bodies a chance to reset.
Right.
Yeah. So it's 3 weeks to just like reset the body and come back to homeostasis.
Okay. And we're going to continue to talk and bring you more details about this detox, but we also want to give you a look around Synergy here. Just recently, it was not too long ago, you guys moved down here to this location.
Almost a year. A year ago.
Yeah.
This month, a year ago.
How time flies and how have things been going here?
Great. It feels good. It's a lot more spacious before. Up in my seat was great, but it was, you know, segmented and a little bit, it was smaller. So now we have upstairs, we have this, downstairs we have the CrossFit Jumpstart area and full cycling room. So everything is, I love it. I just love the fact
I love it too.
It's more open, not quite segmented.
Right. And so one thing that for me, I gotta say, it was in 2011, I did the 21-day detox at first. We'll get to those photos, not just yet, Jason. But it can be very intimidating for someone who hasn't done something like this before. What can you say to just kind of...
Well, that's why we have levels. So I had a few phone calls. One lady was pregnant. So, you know...
You can do it while you're pregnant.
So long, if it's your third trimester. So here's the main things. If you have if you're terminally ill, if your third trimester in your pregnancy, and if you're emotionally, mentally unstable, then we ask that you please get clearance from your doctor and work closely with your physician. And we have different levels. There's the most intense level, the advanced. They have the regular, what everyone pretty much is doing, what the booklet is all about. And then we have a beginner's level. Okay. So it's not quite as intense. And I just let people know, this is 21 days of your entire life. It's not, you know, it's not about calorie restriction. We're not restricting. You could, even on the liquid days, you could take in as much liquids. There's no calorie counting. You could take in as much as possible or as you want, just so long as it's within the parameters of what the week entails, what the week entails.
Okay, and so of course you should always try and stay active out there when you're doing this detox as well. But like you were talking to me earlier before we went on, it's not just so much about cleansing the body, it's also about cleansing the mind.
Well, that's why now it's the holistic detox, because initially we placed a lot of focus just on the meal plans and going plant-based, raw plant-based, and then liquid raw plant-based. So now, I mean, we have the 7 precepts, I'm sure you remember in the booklet, you know, the things to follow about not just the toxic, you know, staying away from toxic foods, but toxic interaction, staying away from gossip, just things that, because I mean, you think about it, this physical body is just the end result of energy, thoughts, emotions leading to the physical, you know, the material. I was just watching something recently and it was just talking about how you break things down to their atomic nuclear level, even a dense rock, down to the nuclear level, 99% is space. Meaning 1% is the actual solid substance. So like when I had my polycystic ovaries and, you know, lumps on my breast, I had to take my, if I were just to think tumor, cancer, of course, I'd be like overwhelmed with fear.
Anyone would.
Yeah. And you know, they're just those, you know, some people can't even say it. They say the C word. And it's like, if we approach this from a different, because when I was faced with certain situations, of course I was scared, but I thought, okay, if my thoughts and my emotions are going to dictate my physical wellness or lack thereof, I really have to switch something even deeper. It's got to be beyond, because like I said, in yoga we call it Maya, but this physical, a lot of it is illusion. You know what I mean? And the more we feed it with the energy and the thoughts and the emotions, we can create something that was this into something like this. Yeah. So, I mean, even with doctors, they have, you know, diagnosis, they have a prognosis. There's also, oh wait, no, what was that? The prognosis, there's a diagnosis, a prognosis, and I forgot what the other word is, but basically, oh no, I'm sorry, that's not it. It is when you have a placebo effect. Aside from a placebo effect, there's also a nocebo effect. Okay. And it's actually the opposite. Rather than saying this is your, you know, doing like a sugar pill and thinking that you're getting the optimum and having the same upward momentum, you could have the nocebo effect where your thoughts could create something that was probably nothing into something that was, you could create something just from your thoughts. Okay. Yeah.
And so,
so that's the whole holistic. You're looking at me like,
no, I completely understand, because a lot of people, when that word's been really popular lately, and it's good because it really drives people to get out there and do something and challenge themselves that they haven't done before. And so with this program, this 21-day holistic detox, you got to check it out here at Synergy. So
can I just break, so really quickly, it's breaking it down, not just the physical, because I don't think I even explained. Holistic meaning taking in the mind, body, and spirit, because it's all interconnected. So we're not just focusing on the physical, but on, that's why we're offering like the daily yoga classes, the meditation, chakra toning, farm fed sauna, you know, all the other things that fall into the category of holistic cleansing. Okay,
so first, let's see some yoga positions then. Since that's one of the things, can we start with that?
Sure, so every morning we'll be having a class in here. And I usually keep the lights off, but for the sake of the camera, I'll turn them on. And so, I'm going to turn my shoes off. I'll put you on that.
Ooh, quick lesson here, guys.
And so usually the yoga classes that I teach at least are power-based. Okay. So, but during a detox, every day is going to be different. Some days we're gonna feel full of like energy, and so I invite people to just know your limit, you know, because we all have different, every day is going to be different for everyone. So it's like, you want to take it to the edge, you don't want to take it over the edge. So, you know, just always find that space between too much and not enough. So if someone comes in one morning and is feeling exhausted, they'll be in Shavasana, which is corpse pose. Okay. I'm like, just lay there. That will be your yoga for today. Because yoga is not about forcing ourselves into any, asanas are the poses, but the word yoga is a much broader system. So it's like listening to your body and honoring ahimsa, which is not harming. First you want to start with yourself. So we'll just start with cat and cow. Okay. So just plant your palms, and so just watch your alignment. Shoulders are aligned directly over the wrists. Look back to your knees. Make sure your hips are aligned directly over the knees. And so just like a table, this is called tabletop. So look down between your palms, feel the crown of your head reach forward, tailbone reaching back. So this is your strong tabletop pose. Then we're going to inhale and arch the spine and gaze up. This is cow. Exhale, round the spine, gaze to the belly button. Inhale, arch the spine, gazing up. And so every movement is linked to breath. Exhale, round. So just take it at your own pace as you inhale, arch and gaze up for cow. Exhale, round the spine for cat. Beautiful. Take it at your own pace.
Am I doing it right?
Yeah, that's perfect.
I know that sometimes people say that it seems pretty easy when you do yoga, but you have to make sure that you also do it correct.
Right.
That you're
And
safe.
the main thing is that you're following your breath. I'm not the teacher, I'm just here to guide you through movement.
Okay, quick question, Claire.
Yes.
There's a bunch of people watching right now on Facebook. If they want to try this at home and they've never done yoga before, are there any pre-stretches or is there anything they can do to make sure they don't get hurt? Because there's people saying, hey, this is really cool, but if they've never done it before, how should they get ready?
So that's why I started with this position. I wasn't going to be like, hey, let's get on this mat. We're going to start with dancers pose.
Right.
You want to start gradual, start with the floor work, start with just slow movement to the body. Because I'm also teaching like creative, authentic, uninhibited creative movement. So you always just want to start usually with the floor, like we were starting. So I would just start with like simple cow and cat poses, and then slowly get yourself to standing poses. Then inhale, right hand forward, exhale, left leg back. There's always modifications. Look down to your left thumb. You always want a long spine. Gaze down to your left thumb. Continue to breathe. So and then this is too intense. To modify this pose, you just bring your left foot down. So there's always modifications. So if you're keeping that left leg up, just feel your left heel reaching back. Keep that right foot reaching forward. Engage in your core. Suck your belly button back to your spine. Relax the shoulders. So the most important part of any pose or any sequence or flow is your breath. Your breath is linking with each transition. Inhale, lift the limbs a little higher. Exhale, release down. Good. So bring your knee back down and bring your palm back down, and let's take it to the other side.
Now, as far as breathing, there's something I remember, you only have to do it through your nose, right?
Yeah, breathing. So for vinyasa practice, the lips are sealed and you're inhaling and exhaling through the nose. This allows for a deeper inhale because with each exhale, the nostrils are shorter. The nostrils are smaller than the mouth. So it allows for the air to stay in. Okay, good. Keep your gaze down to your right thumb. Long spine starting at the neck. Feel that right hand reach back, flex your foot. So with each inhale, feel your fingertips reach. With each exhale, feel that heel reach back. Engage in your core. Suck your belly button back to your spine. Doing great. And you asked me earlier, is this right? Yeah. There's no right or wrong. It's what your body, if your body feels it feels right, then it's right.
Okay.
So that's why I don't even teach with mirrors, because rather, a lot of times we place our focus on what we look like, rather than what we feel like, yeah. Take one more breath and lift the limbs a little higher. Exhale, release down. Good. So tuck your toes through here, and we're going to tuck our toes. Take a breath, inhale. Exhale, we're going to bring the tailbone to the sky. Chest comes back towards the thighs. So this is downward facing dog. Some people consider this a resting pose.
Okay.
So good. You can keep there, so hips reach up and back. Now keep your palms where they were.
Okay.
So hands and feet stay as they are.
We just got an underwear shot of KUM's Nick Delgado. Nice.
You're good. He's teasing.
I feel great though.
He's not straining, he's actually blushing right now.
Yeah, so see your shoulders are kind of over your wrists.
Yeah.
So that's creating more tension
So
to
it
your
should
body.
always be.
So your hands should be way up here and your chest reaches back. It's fine to keep your knees bent because this is an intense, stretch on your calves and hamstrings. So you can just play around with this. Inhale to plank high push-up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Okay, inhale to plank. Your shoulders and hips should be on the same plane. So be mindful it's not dipping down. If you feel this happening, if you need to modify, just lower your knees. So there's always a modification. Good. Exhale, down dog. Last time, inhale, plank. Exhale, knees. Elbows. Now we're going to bring our chin, chest, and hips slide through for snake. Nice. Sit
love
back.
that one.
That feels good, right?
Yeah.
So this is perfect. See, you're in upward facing dog.
Okay.
So the point is, chest is lifted, shoulders roll back. See how there's like a nice extension? People sometimes have the tendency to do this.
With everything, I feel.
Yeah. So yoga's about lengthening. Good, nice. Exhale, sit back on your heels, child's pose. Tuck your toes. And exhale, downward facing dog. Carefully walk your hands back to your feet. Just hang out here in ragdoll. Let your head hang, let your arms hang. If you like, you can just sway side to side. So it looks simple. Just relax.
You talked about this last week, Claire, when we did our podcast.
Yes.
And you were saying when people are in that leaning down phase, don't bounce, right?
No, I don't think maybe that wasn't me. Yeah, bouncing is not really, you just want to like maybe sway, but bouncing, you don't want any kind of like retraction kind of like action. Just kind of like be easy, especially if it's in the beginning of the class. So just, if you can, just let your arms hang like a tree. You just sway side to side. Allow the gravity to assist you with your forward foot. So don't
breaking a sweat here.
yeah, nothing forced, nothing, just let the head hang.
Okay.
So something as simple as this, you're just leaning over. This is a forward fold. It seems simple, looks simple, but it's super beneficial. You're allowing the blood to flow up. You're assisting your lymphatic system. It's great stretch for like all the back muscles. Good. Come back center. Root your heels to the earth. So root down and slowly roll it up vertebra by vertebra. Shoulders roll back. Head comes up last. Inhale, reach high. Exhale through your hands to the heart center. Good. So that was just like 3 minutes of a one. Awesome. Before we even get to that though, like in my classes, we'll start with pranayama, which is movement of the breath before the movement of the body.
Yeah, I feel like that was really important for you to control.
That's the main thing.
We got some sweat.
I know,
right
I
here.
told you I was breaking a sweat, so something is simple. It looks so simple, but it's very beneficial because I already feel energized and
good. That was like 5 minutes of like the intro of a 1
And
hour.
usually the classes are about an hour or so.
I usually teach 90 minutes, but for the detox it'll be 60 minutes. So we're going to have a little bit of pranayama, the breath exercise in the beginning. Then we work into our asanas, and then we end with chakra toning.
What's so great, guys, about this detox is you're not doing it alone. You always have people like Claire and the others that are participating. It could be their first time as well.
Yep.
You get a lot of first timers to get involved with this, and so you always, if you have any questions, you can always get involved. It becomes a family, really.
Oh, totally. Because we even have a WhatsApp chat. So every morning, Lily, who's my co-facilitator, and I will like send out like a group, morning affirmation or like just something to keep everyone inspired and encouraged. And so we have that group support, but then we also have, if people want to just message us personally and they want to just have like a one-on-one counseling. So we have individual counseling, and then we have the group support.
Okay.
Yeah.
And of course, one thing that I always looked forward to was the shakes.
Yes, let me make you one of those
Yeah,
shakes.
let's.
So we have choices. So today I brought my own personal, this is what I make with I kind of put a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
So I use like a banana, whatever fruits I have at home. Sometimes I use stevia. This is stevia. And other times, manuka honey does have an effect on your blood sugar. However, it's so beneficial. If you're not diabetic or sugar sensitive, I highly suggest manuka honey. This is plus 550. So the potency of this is incredible.
Wonderful.
If you are diabetic or sugar sensitive, stevia is an excellent choice.
Yeah, it's a great.
We got a real quick shout out, Claire. Edith Calvo-Farron is saying, thanks Synergy for keeping our health in check.
Oh, thanks Edith. Thank you for keeping tuned. So I usually put native greens. This is fermented. The wonderful thing about fermented foods is what it does for your gut health. Everything starts in the gut, and it just really helps with your enzymes, digestive enzymes, and it helps because a lot of people don't realize that a lot of the other issues in their bodies, like whether it's sinuses, like my son deals with allergies, and it all begins with his gut. He's 6 years old, eats a ton of sugar, so I let him eat. He's a kid, so I let him do his junk food thing for a little bit, but I make sure that he starts his morning with like a green smoothie.
I'm glad that you mentioned your son because I'm sure others out there are thinking, can you be too young or too old to get involved into a detox program like this?
Well, this is what so Dr. DeAndrea, who created the 21-day detox back in Santa Monica back in 1999, I remember from the very first detox, he said, if you are old enough to know how to prepare your own smoothie, then you could do it.
Good deal.
Yeah, so long as you have, you're that, old enough to know how to prepare something on your own. And as far as age, like as old, my parents are 85, and they don't do the full-on detox, but I try to get them to do the smoothies. It's Lent, so it's gonna be easier for them because they don't eat like meat during
that's so perfect. That's what a way to start Lent.
Yeah. So we actually planned it out so it could, people could have this support as well while they're going through the Lenten season. So we could either do my own, and then when I'm not feeling well, I add, this is vitamin C powder, sodium sorbate acid. And usually I'll put like a ton of this in my smoothie so that, you know, because vitamin C is what you need when you're sick, right?
Yeah.
So if I'll just throw it into my smoothie when I'm not feeling well.
Where can you find these things, Claire?
So some of these, I got this at Payless, I got this at Payless, I ordered this, Amazon.
Yeah,
all right.
And I got this, they have this at Payless, a different brand, but this one I got at Hilton and Onward, they have the plus 550. This is a potent Manuka honey.
Just so people know, like afterwards, when we're done with this, we'll put the brands and the names of the products in the show notes.
Sure.
Yeah.
We'll add them into comments so everybody
And
knows.
of course, if you do get involved and sign up and join Synergy with this detox, they're going to help you as well.
Oh no, for sure.
Find out where you need to go to get
Yeah.
the alternatives and products and the foods, nutrition.
Yeah. In fact, in the discourse that we're having Sunday, we're going to have Jen Kaufman, my sis. She's Fauna Cultures. She's opening up here in a month or so, but she's going to come and speak because she makes amazing plant-based foods, raw plant-based foods. And so she's also, people are going to be able to purchase directly from her. Some other people involved are Z's Green Canteen, and Jesse at Boca Box. I know now he makes a plant-based meals.
Yeah.
So for the first week, that would be ideal. Second and third, you know, the raw with Fauna Cultures.
And then liquids.
And liquids, so we provide every morning your smoothie, but for the rest of the day, and then for liquids for the last week, you could, I reached out to Fresco Box, so she prepares juices as well as Jen, Fauna Cultures, and we could provide as well, because there's one day where it's a water fast. Some people who don't want to do a water fast could do like a coconut water fast, or, and for the levels where it's not advanced or moderate, you could still just do blended foods as well as raw. So I'll make you either this or I can make you one of. So this is what everyone. Do you want chocolate or vanilla?
Let's do chocolate.
Okay. So everyone on the detox.
Chocolate is always my favorite.
So this is Pure Trim, and it's basically a lot of that in one pouch. So you get your super greens, you get your like everything from the wheatgrass, the barley, the all the different enzymes, prebiotics, probiotics, digestive enzymes. It's all back here. Anti-stress energy, alfalfa, asparagus, everything is in here. So rather than buying all this, we just give every participant 2 boxes, so 20 packets of these to last them the entire program. So what I would do is mix this. So let me make you
Let's
one.
make it. And while Claire gets all the ingredients together, time has come. I mentioned it earlier, Jace. I did this 21-day detox. It was back in 2011. It's hard to believe so much time has passed. But Jace, can you pop up the photo? Are we looking at it now? Oh my goodness, I can't believe that. That's me on the news desk in 2011 prior to doing the detox.
That's going to become a meme.
I think I had Nick before. I think I was close. You could show the other photos with our former colleagues there, Sonia Artero and Michelle Cadahay. And I was pretty swollen. But I was close to 200 pounds at the time, and I followed the program just every step of the way. It was very difficult, very intimidating for someone like me who's never done anything like this.
I'm just curious, what did you find the most challenging part of it?
It was just trying to stay with the meal plan for me, because I'm used to just quick in a hurry on the go with our line of work. It's just all I have time for is a drive-through or something to do fast food, or if there's dinner at home, then that's what I'm eating. But it's usually like kadu or something that's local, that we grew up with. But learning just the alternatives and the options, that's what took some time for me to get used to. And then my body was getting used to it as well, Claire. And so a lot of things, a lot of changes I felt along the way. But like you said, it takes 21 days for your body to really get used to something like this. And
well, see, since then, because that was 2011, right?
Yeah.
So now we have partners, which is great, because that is what most people say. They're like, if it was more convenient and I didn't have to either make all my stuff, aside from the smoothies, and if I was able to just have things delivered or picked up.
Which a lot of places do now across the...
And that's why Jen with Fauna Cultures is going to be showing up at the discourse to share what she'll be able to provide, and people could get directly from her. So with her, Z's Green Canteen, and then Boca Box, now you don't have to worry about preparing your own meals.
Yeah, but what's so good, guys, is that you also learn how to do this after the program's done. If you want to continue either just ordering those prepared meals or figure out how to make it yourself. It's very good to continue this type of habit.
And also, if I may add, that's why we really liked how we were able to we share all the ingredients, all the recipes, and how to prepare all these meals. So in our booklet, you have it with you. You know, everything you can get online now, but this booklet is from like 2000, and then we just kind of added things along the way. But, because you know, how they say. What's that?
It's like a detox Bible. It really tells you everything you need.
I'm gonna add more things in here. Okay, I have a question. Are you feeling like in any way, because this is what I do, if I'm feeling like, do you have
This is the first class treatment right here,
It
Nick.
really is.
doTERRA.
I usually just have fruits, maybe some greens. I like kale, spinach,
Oh,
and my
that's
stuff.
awesome.
But
So
oils,
if you're ever feeling like you have like an allergy or you have like a head cold or anything, I add the peppermint, lavender, and lemon, a drop each, and it helps. It's kind of like a immune system boost. So are you feeling okay? Do you want to put that or no?
Let's do it.
All right. So we'll add this in there. Don't worry, it's ingestible. This is
Oh no, I've tried
excellent.
these before. They're
Oh,
great.
good.
Yeah, so whenever I'm having like sinus issues or a
Yeah.
headache, I just use these to
And
get
this
me
is,
through.
especially the lavender for my son who has a ton of energy. I'm like, let's go put some lavender in your smoothie. But that's why when we go over next door to the to Synergy Wellness, there's something else that could help for that as well. So this is just the nutritional end, but next door is more of the energetic therapy.
There's no smell-o-vision, obviously, Claire, but man, that was peppermint you put in there.
Yeah.
Oh, that smells really good.
So this is gonna this will taste more like a mint chocolate chip smoothie.
Wonderful. And that's also one thing that people, when they try and take on programs like this for the first time, they're like, oh, I'm not sure if this is to my liking, to my taste. But like you're saying, there's all these different alternatives to help you along the way.
Oh, absolutely. And now, just with how much we have, so much more is made available on Guam now. Like when we first started the detox, that's why even at Payless we started with the Health Smart products. Because when I first moved back in 2004 and I was raw vegan at the time, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is gonna be so hard. So I talked to, you know, my sister Kathy, my brother-in-law Mike over at Payless, and I'm like, can we start like a line? So then, you know, Health Smart it helped to accommodate a lot of people on the detox.
Yeah.
And then from there, it started off really small, and like you see it now, what they've done with it, I mean, it's great. Now there's like a store up in Delgado 1 that Rose, who's a dietitian, runs. And now, you know, we still have Simply Foods, and now we have I know there's another health, I forgot what it's called. But now there's a lot more alternatives where you could get these kinds of supplements, and also where you could just get clean plant-based foods. Are here, I'm going to add extra raw cacao nibs.
Yummy. That's
So
like my chocolate.
Yeah. This is great.
Even though I'm not part of the show, Claire, I am lactose intolerant. So am I able to
Good
eat
question.
cacao, and can I avail of some of this?
This is all plant-based. No,
Okay.
and it's vegan, meaning it's not. There's not just no animal products, no animal byproducts, which would be anything dairy.
And this
eggs.
isn't just about me, because many Chamorros are lactose intolerant.
Not just tomorrows, a lot of people.
Okay.
Yeah, and then when we go through our discourse, we kind of explain why. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't see cows coming around to moms and drinking off their boobs, right? So it's kind of like, for us to still be drinking from cows like milk, we don't have the digestive enzymes that are able to process a lot of those things, you know? So it kind of, yeah.
Yeah, no, I've learned to just eliminate that from my eating habits completely.
Oh, sorry.
But you know what was also pretty great about this is, like I was mentioning to you, that I was always doing whatever's quick and ready for me to consume, that I wasn't, also my energy level wasn't as high as when I started the detox. So by week 2, I was trying to go to the classes, if not in the morning, at night, if I can stack night classes. And I know too much is not always so great, but
to have a balance.
it gave me that energy.
Yeah.
You know, and that boost to just keep going. And
Well,
so that's why the result was 30, almost 40 pounds lost in 21 days. And
Wow.
Yeah.
You never told me that. That's amazing. Yeah. So for me, it's been different every time. Sometimes I have like a ton of energy throughout the whole thing. Sometimes, every time has been different, and it always depends on where I am at my life. There are times when, you know, when you're going through life challenges, like where you're not in your mental emotional state is not as peak. So going through this would be like, it's a cleansing process, and sometimes it kind of puts you in a little, you know, loss of energy. But then it, you know, it picks back up. By the time you're done on your 21 day, when you get to your 21st day, is when you're like, everyone is like just glowing.
Yeah.
And that's what not just from, you know, with the way they look, but from the inside out.
Yeah, really. I'm excited for this guys. And guys, let you know how this tastes. And
all right, Jace, you're gonna have one too, right?
Yes, please.
all right. And keep it tuned, guys, because after this, we're heading over to the wellness studio. Because Claire, we have something great that I know I tried it out when you guys first launched it.
We'll get back on it. Did you want to do the sauna, or you want to do the Normatec, the crystal bed? Which?
Let's do the Normatec.
All right. Yeah, that's gonna feel great, especially if you just worked out. If you're sore. Okay, it'll feel like a nice deep tissue massage. Here you go, guys.
Here we go. You ready, Jace? Cheers. So these are the shakes that come with the detox program.
And don't worry, again, we'll put the recipe in the comments when we're done.
Wow.
You like?
It's like Christmas.
I could have made it sweeter and added more manuka honey, but I wasn't sure how sweet you like your stuff.
No, it's good. It's very flavorful, and I love the textures and the crunch of.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
And that's
everything.
the thing. I'm such a texture person. That's why I like to add the cacao nibs.
All right. So we'll get going over to the wellness side. Is there anything else that people need to know when taking on this detox?
Yeah, we're here to support you through the entire 3 weeks. If you are on your 3rd trimester, or if you are terminally ill, we want to make sure we have a doctor's note that that you're cleared. But other than that,
Gotta take off the shoes.
so
Gotta be
here's
respectful.
our Synergy Wellness. Oh wait, I gotta open. Let me go run and grab my keys. Do you have more pictures of yourself, or just take a look around?
Yeah, guys. So the Synergy Wellness. I think it was just a few months back they invited us in here, and there's so much different technology to help you just cleanse and clear your head and your mind and your body. But Jace, what do you think of this program so far? I mean, is this something that you think you can take on?
I could probably do the program. I'm still like amazed at the shake. I had one sip of that. Yeah.
No, we're gonna finish that.
You've had these before, but that was the first time I ever tried one of these. Matt, if I could have told the nuns in 5th grade that I would be having like chocolate shakes for breakfast,
and that was the shake.
They would have thought I was crazy. Man, that is really good.
I'm so.
It's bursting with flavor, but not annoyingly so.
Good.
Yeah, I mean
it's
not like I'm gonna taste it for like the rest of the day. It's like wow, and it's a real pick me up.
Well, the thing is, we want to make sure that you're not, because you could feel a little more sensitive on the detox. So we don't. Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that, because we don't want anything to feel like overwhelming.
Okay, so what are we getting into right here?
So here are the Normatec. These are the leg compression. I don't know if you want to do arms or legs or hips.
Let's do hips.
Hips. Okay. So, this was created by Dr. Laura Jacobs in 1998. She's a doctor who's also she's also a doctorate in engineering. And so she wanted to find a quick, non-invasive way to help with the myriad issues of circulatory problems. So, whether it's diabetes or someone who just does not have a good circulation. But they found that who really took off, what group really got popular with were a lot of athletes as well. So it breaks down, it breaks down the stagnancy, the fluids, and basically. So let me just figure this out first, because I don't know where the. So it works on 3. It's a patented system.
Okay.
So here's the hips, and it works on 3 different. Components. Okay. There's this.
And then I have to slide that on, right?
Yeah. And let me just find where the ladies put all hooked up here. I don't know why they removed the sockets.
And so the 21-day detox, Claire, while we're getting set up there, starts on Monday, but Sunday is the day that people should get here and then.
So Sunday is the discourse. So that's when we're going to discuss the program, do our, give all the information everyone needs. And I actually invite even those who are uncertain if they want to do it or not. If you're on the fence and you want to know more what it's about, what it entails, come Sunday. You don't have to pay to listen to the discourse, about 2-hour discourse, and then decide then.
What time?
It's at 3 o'clock on Sunday.
Okay, down here in Hagatna.
Yes.
Is there anything that they should bring or anything else they should?
Well, bring money in case you decide you want to join it.
Okay.
Otherwise, no, just show up and we'll provide. So once you pay, we provide you with the daily breakfast smoothies, and so we give you the packet. So you have the choice. So, you can make it at home yourself, or we could prepare it for you.
All right, guys. So I'm gonna go. Claire's gonna get all the equipment we need here because I'm gonna get to trying this out. We're gonna wrap up. Jason and I finish our shake after our smoothie.
Yes, please.
Yeah. So please check them out down here at Synergy in Hagatna for this 21-day holistic detox. You don't want to miss it. It's definitely a way to start off the Lenten season. But Claire, anything else you want to say to our viewers?
Give it a try. Come join us if you haven't heard about it, want to learn more, or if you've already done it and you feel like it's, it's time for another reset. Come join us. It's the perfect time. It's the Lenten season.
Right.
So come down Sunday, and even if you just want to learn more and you're not sure about it about joining, just come down 3 o'clock on Sunday.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for starting your day the KUAM way. I'm Delgado. This has been Fit AF Fitness and Fun. We'll see you tonight.